Alrighty guys, so I ended up getting these door handles in carbon fiber. I just thought it'd be a really cool thing to add onto my interior. I got a bunch of carbon fiber and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do some door handles, man. Door handles would be sick. So I'm gonna ceramic coat these things here, and I'm using some alcohol and water half and half, wiping them down, decontaminate it. If there's any wax or any residue of any type, fingerprints and whatnot, because prep is key. If you don't prep things right, they usually come out like shit. So we're gonna try to do a good job here. You can kind of see the rainbow effect of the alcohol, just decontaminating everything, giving it a clean surface. There we are. This is OEM carbon fiber from BMW too. And the ceramic coating, we are using the Crystal Serum Light. I used it on my pillars. I mean, it came out great, did a really, really good job. I'm using that microfiber pad there. There you go, just spreading it across the pad. Make sure I get an even surface. It doesn't have to be super wide or nothing like that because the door handles ain't very wide. There you go, just massage it on. Try to coat the whole surface, get every single area, up and down, side to side. I did both of these at the same time because you're usually supposed to let the ceramic coat sit for like a minute, depending, of course, of your temperature. If it's hotter, then you're gonna want to move a little bit faster. But it wasn't terribly hot and it wasn't cold at all, so we're just doing two at a time here. All right, so once it kind of gets kind of like a rainbow effect, it kind of like starts to flash. Um, Gonna wipe it off. Sometimes with this one, it's really not that bad. Um, with some ceramic coats, what will happen is that they'll like start to grab the towel a little bit. They won't be as easy to wipe off. It will give you some type of resistance, and that's totally fine. Some of them are totally normal like that. With this one, I didn't feel a whole lot of resistance at all, um, but I just waited for the flash, and that's when I knew to wipe it off. So you want to use multiple towels when wiping off ceramic coatings, as if you just use a single towel, it could kind of spread it and not really buff off 100%. So when you take it out in the sun, you'll kind of see it's like kind of like a stain, kind of leaves like it's streaky. A lot of the stuff that reminds me of that is that bead maker stuff. Although it works great, I mean, you're gonna have kind of like that streaky look when you, and then when you go wash your car, it'll wipe off and the hydrophobic properties are there. But ceramic coating is a little bit more quote unquote permanent, for however long, whether it's a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year coating, or fucking a 10 year coating at that. You want to make sure you apply it properly. Look at that shine, it looks really good. So here I'm just showing you in the sun a little bit of how that carbon fiber looks like after it's been ceramic coated. The OEM BMW carbon fiber weave looks amazing. I had to buy a quality product. It had to be OEM. Because some of these parts I've bought aftermarket carbon fiber pieces and they just don't fit properly. And sometimes, you know, they just stick out like a sore thumb. So it's pretty easy with these. You got to use your plastic pry tool to get in there. This one got a little slot, made it easy, so you stick your pry tool in there and you just pry it out. So this here is the right rear door that I was doing. It's kind of one of the more faster doors that I did. The first, the driver door, oh my gosh, I was sitting there for like 3 minutes trying to figure it out. I really didn't want to break the clips or, you know, mess anything up, so it took me forever. Although I did get it done, it came out pretty good. As you can see, kind of just messing with it, still being careful. Although it was a little bit faster than the driver door. Just, you know, you never want to damage anything, or, you know, if I chose to use these parts in the future for whatever reason, I still want to be able to use them. I don't want to break any clips or nothing. Especially BMW. All that shit's all made out of plastic and everything, super fragile. All I could say is take your time. It's always better to be safe than sorry. And here I'm just pushing these little retainer clips that they had there, just making sure that they're seated properly, because when you add the door handle cover there, it snaps in a little weird, so you just got to make sure everything clips into the right place. I'm just inspecting the area, making sure everything is okay, making sure I didn't break anything. And there we go, there's the carbon fiber piece. Once again, just looking everything over, getting my face in there, getting into action. Just trying to make sure everything lines up properly. There's been times where I have like tried to install a part and I'm not really looking, I'm just kind of rushing things. And there's a clip that's not lining in properly and you like force it and you just jam it in there. Next thing you know, you hear it click and there goes that tab that you really needed it to like make it sit flush. I'm still in my work clothes and everything. I was just like, you know what, I gotta get home, get my phone on that tripod and knock this video out here. So I didn't even bother changing. I just try to use as much sunlight as possible. It's also pretty funny. I was also rushing because my lady and I went to go look at a car. It was a convertible E46. She says she misses her Miata. That was a really fun convertible for her. So we're looking at something just to see, try to fill that void of the Miata. She's been missing that car a lot. So that car ended up being not in the best shape. You know, it was kind of a dump. I'd have to put a lot of money into it to make it right. So it wasn't worth it. Guy wanted a little bit more money than it was worth. Actually a lot more money, just because he said the market is hot. And I was like, dude, these are for like decent looking cars, in good shape, you know. I mean, a turd's a turd. There ain't no added value to that. But here it is, all done. Looks pretty good. The fitment was really, really nice. Of course, it's OEM, so I'd expect it to fit really snug. So for some reason, I don't know what I did, it looks a little bit funky here, but as I zoom in, it clears up. This is just the finished product along the interior. go, nice little addition to the interior to match my dash. You see the dash there, it's all carbon, OEM. Center console there, the shifter, my e-brake, little vent, got a little carbon trim. Look at those seats, man. Those are one of my favorite features of this vehicle. And there it is, guys. Ceramic coat on the carbon fiber door handles and installation. Thanks for watching.